Hello, 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 and welcome once again to Celebrity and Variety Talk. I'm your host, Josie Latimer, coming once again with the story about 4-year-old Maleah Davis. As we all know, news has been out that she has been murdered by allegedly Darren Vence and possibly other suspects. We all praying that justice will be served, and we hope they get the right person for this horrific murder of this beautiful young girl. Now, talk is going on. I heard she was pregnant, and I did a video about that, and I had views from various people. Some people say, oh no, she's not pregnant, she's just fat. She's just fat, and she's gained a lot of weight. And of course, people were calling her out of her name because of the fact that they feel that she had something to do with it, as we all feel that she did know something, had to know something. It's no way you can be out of touch with your own child. So you must know something that went on. Another thing is that people are saying, well, do you think that I think someone said that they heard from a friend of a friend or someone that knew something about the situation that Craig Davis, Maleah Davis' dad, had a little girl by someone else, and they said that possibly Brittany Bowens could have been. This is all allegedly, because I don't want people to say, well, you got to get actual facts. That's why I'm saying allegedly, because I'm not sure, but this is what I'm hearing. So I'm only going by my comments and what I'm really hearing from people that know people from the horse. They know from other mouths that I don't know. I'm just coming back and repeating what I'm hearing, and maybe you heard some of the same thing. And then in the end, everything will come out in the wash, you guys. Everything that we've been saying, just like when we kept saying, if you look back at my videos, we knew it wasn't an accident. I said that. We knew it was a lie. I knew it was a bold-faced liar. I even said that when he lied and said that these Mexicans somewhere alongside of the road going to the airport stole the baby, beat him up, and he woke up the next day. Just all a bunch of baloney. So I stuck with my story, and many of you stuck with your story. And now this stuff is all coming out in the wash. For all of the people that clicked down as if we didn't know or I didn't know, now it is coming out because the Houston forensic scientist says that the baby was actually murdered. These are high-tech individuals. They're very well trained. They've been doing this for some time, and they don't come out with any information unless they know for sure. They're going to cross every T and they're going to dot every I to get justice for this 4-year-old baby, Maleah Davis. Now, the talk is that Brittany was jealous of Craig Davis's other girl and said that she was jealous because he didn't spend enough time with the baby. Well, we know he loved her because we've seen pictures of him and her together where he had the baby, cuddling with the baby. You could tell the love that he did have for his daughter. However, I also heard that they kept him away from the baby because of court situations that they've been going through. So this could be the reason that when he went to pick up that baby, he couldn't force his way in because of the position they had him in, because of them going to court about, I guess child support or this or that or whatever their personal matters, were at that time concerning their children. So now that's what I heard. I heard that she could have been jealous of the baby girl because of the fact that he's not showing attention to her, and also because he had another girl, as if, well, I guess if you don't want her, then I don't care either. One of those type of attitudes because she didn't protect the baby. Now, another thing people were saying, well, I heard that she actually did get pregnant and she lost the baby. I mean, I guess if you're going under this kind of stress and scrutiny, you would, if you was pregnant, possibly lose a baby. And in her particular case, she didn't need a baby anyway. And the reason why, because of the fact that she didn't protect that baby girl, Maleah Davis, that she had. Because if she did, I don't think it would have came down to this situation. It would not have been to the CPS situation. And none of this will be going on at this time. I mean, I know how she feels. She feels like the world is against her. The world is not against you, Brittany Bowens. The world is for justice for Maleah Davis. And if, in fact, Brittany Bowens have nothing to do with it, the world would just open arms to her, just as if the world wasn't, the world would just open arms to Brittany Bowens, and then the world would apologize to her. But she hasn't given the world anything to apologize yet about, because of the fact she's saying she don't know. You know, anytime you're a parent, you have to have some type of connection with your child. You should know. When they asked you, have you talked to Maleah when you was gone? I'm not going to answer that. Well, that was evidence there too. That was evidence. And then did you take the pictures of Craig Vence after he had those wounds? Now, this was when she had gotten back from her father's funeral. And she said, yes, I did. Why? Why would you take pictures to help him? I'm just asking. I know I wouldn't do it. So Brittany Bowens haven't given anybody anything to say I'm sorry about. I'm sorry, Brittany. I know we came down on you. The world really came down on you. Nobody actually wants to come down on anybody, but when it comes to a 4-year-old baby that cannot fight for herself, the world will fight for her, because she was an angel. She is an angel. She's in heaven right now looking down on everyone that's fighting for her and that's praying for justice for her, because she did not ask to die. The baby didn't deserve to be abused. Why would someone abuse a baby? And we all know she was beautiful. It's not because of looks. It's babies, period. And we're hearing about this stuff all over the world. Why don't people stop killing these babies? Beautiful babies. I mean, a mother's going to carry a baby 9 months, your same flesh and blood. You're going to go through labor. You're going to raise it to 4 years old, and you're going to kill a baby? Or you're going to know who killed the baby? You're going to know what happened to the baby. You're going to know, because you're connected with that man and your baby. How could you not know what went on? How? It's no way. So no, Brittany Bowens, the world don't want to come at you. They don't want to hurt anyone. But the world wants justice for Maleah Davis. And if that justice has to come through you, then that's what the world will stand up for. And the world is standing up right now until justice is served for the baby. And they're not going to stop. Not with Maleah Davis, because it was just too much going on. From CPS back home, from the bruises, the cuts, the scars, the this, the that, the abuse. You letting him bathe her and you knew better, and this and that. And now you're saying Cornell X lied, and it's just too much mess surrounding this beautiful little baby. And we want justice. So what do you guys think about all this? Do you think it was jealousy because there was another little girl involved? Do you think it was, what do you think? I'm just lost for words at this point. Do you think she was pregnant and she had an abortion, or do you think she's still pregnant now? Do you think she was pregnant when Craig Vence came home and maybe she felt like, I better protect him because we're going to have another baby, we're going to have a family, and possibly I can get another little girl that's not sick, or, this is all allegedly. So some people are saying, well, you can't say, this is all assumption. Well, we all know that. But what's not assumption is what the forensics said, which is what we already said. How can anybody fight against that? Everybody knew that when he said she fell off of my lap, the Mexicans got her, it was an accident, I threw her against the wall, she didn't have a horrific death, all of this stuff. How could anybody click down when this man lied like that unless they are a part of that situation? That would be the only way that I could see, especially after you've already heard what forensics say. If forensic tell you that baby was murdered and you still clicking down, I think the investigators online, the online investigators are going to investigate these people that are clicking down, and they're going to want to know, what is it that you're clicking down on when we've already told you this baby was murdered, because we have evidence from the best? That's what I'm asking. Why would you click down on people that's fighting for the rights of that baby? Nobody wants to hurt anybody. But what everybody wants is justice for the baby. And that's why it's not for fame for me. It's not for money. Some people say, oh, you should stop, get off of that story. It's for the money. I don't need the money, honey. I don't need the money. I'm about mankind, humankind. I I left $1 million business and started all over and slept on the floor. I am not about no money. God is all the money I need. I don't need nobody's money. I have everything that I need. And so for people to say, oh, you're online, you're doing this and you're doing that for fame and fortune and this and that. Well, I've been online for 10 or 15 years and I wasn't trying to get no views or no subscribers. But now I am. And I'm trying to get subscribers because of the fact that we all can have justice for Maleah Davis. And I'm doing it because I picked up on this story. I picked up on the A.J. Armstrong story. I picked up on other stories. It's not just Maleah Davis. And this is a platform for everyone to speak their own opinions. Nobody can't get mad about that. This is freedom of speech. People are talking about the president all day, the mayor. People are talking online about whatever in the hell it is they want to talk about. But in this case, the world is talking about justice for Maleah Davis. And with that, I'm going to end my show. So please click like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about Brittany. Was she jealous of the baby? Is she pregnant? Did she have an abortion? What do you think? I'm asking. I don't know. This is all allegedly what I'm hearing. And as I said, one thing that's not allegedly is one or more persons. The chief of police says, we are still thoroughly investigating this case. And if one or more persons are involved, we will bring justice for 4-year-old Maleah Davis. So be patient. So we all have to be patient. This is all allegedly. Of course, everybody's assuming this, that, and the other. We have no other choice because Brittany is not talking. Darian told where the body was, but Darian's not talking either. He's not actually saying who actually killed that baby. I mean, in a way, he did say he did it because he said he threw her off of his lap. But nobody can believe Darian Vence. He lied from the very beginning. Who would believe someone that started off lying? So the only person people are waiting on is Brittany and Jeanette, whoever that was that picked Brittany Bowens up that morning. Everybody wants to know, what time did you pick her up that morning? That will be an answer there. And even if she say, I picked her up at 10 o'clock, 10:30, she still was there that morning when Darian came home from work when he got that call. So either way it goes, she was still at home. She's attached to her baby and Darian, so she knows exactly what happened. So with that, I'm going to end my show. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be coming back with more of Celebrity and Variety Talk. And I thank you so much, all of my subscribers and all of my subscribers to be. I really do appreciate you subscribing to me, tuning in and listening to me. And I like to listen to you also. I'm not a selfish person. I don't care how I may look, how I may talk, this, that, and the other. I have a heart and I want to hear what everyone has to say, except for the negatives. Because if they're negative, I'm going to block them out. I'm not going to have anything negative about this baby, period, on my page. If it's not justice for Maleah, I don't want it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want no comments about it. It has to be only for justice for her because there have been some evil people. And I'm like, how could somebody do that to a baby when you're praising the baby and you're giving glory out to the baby? You're saying the baby is an angel, and now forensic have said she was murdered. And somebody gonna click down on that? Well, I think the investigator should get to work on the click downs. Just go through all of the click downs and wonder why. Ask them why. Get to the bottom of it. Why are you saying, do you know something we don't know? If the click downers know something that could help the case, then call HPD. Instead of clicking down, call HPD and let them know what you know. Because all the people that's fighting for her, we're letting the world know what we feel about it. And now we're letting the world know what we know, is that she was murdered. And this was all allegedly in the beginning, remember? And all of the allegedly of saying that she was murdered is now a fact. So see, it was a fact. Everything that we said. So all the click downers, you can click down all you want, but you will not, your comment will not stay on the page, because at this point in time, we already know she was murdered, and now we don't want to know who killed her and who was all involved. And that's what the investigators, that is their job. I'm not a judge nor a jury, and none of us are, but we still want justice, and we have a right to speak how we feel about it. Click like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be coming back with more. And thank you once again for tuning in to Celebrity and Variety Talk. I'm your host, Josie Latimer, and I'll see you next time. Bye.